Green Room. Let's read the morning message. That's what it says. Hi, Green Room. Let's make a U for under. U makes the sound like under. We're going to play a game with under in a minute. First, let's make a U. Now, Tyler just looked at the Stamp and See screen, and do you know what he said? I don't even know how you make this with lines and curves. And he's right. You can't use the lines and curves. You have to turn. So you go big line down a little bit, and then turn, and then big line up. U is one of the letters that you don't use the lines and curves for. Would you like to make the U with me? That's another joke I learned from Tyler. So we're going to go down, turn, and up. Up starts with U too. Up, up, up. And under. We're going to play a game with my rug. Umbrella is usually the picture we see if we see a U to help us remember the sound that a U makes. It goes But a lot of words we use don't start with A lot of times the U is hiding in the middle, just like I have some things hiding under my rug. Oh, can you hear the U in rug? Rug. I'm going to give you a clue about what's under the rug, and I want you to try to guess. Okay? The first thing, my clue is this is something you sit in. There might be bubbles inside. And it's called a t-a-b. T-a-b. It's a tub, a bathtub. Did you guess that? Okay, you ready for another one? Put my hand under the rug. Oh, this is something that you put in your mouth, but you don't swallow. And in my house, you had to be 5 before you chewed it. I don't know if you've had it or not. Maybe you have. It's G-A-M. G-A-M. Do you know what that is? Gum. Gum has a U in the middle of it. This is pretend gum. Pretty small for real gum. Let's see, I'm putting my hand underneath. I feel something. Oh, this is something you see outside. And it's in the sky. And it makes us warm. S-a-n. Sun. Sun. Did you guess sun? Let's see, I have another object under my rug. It has a U in the middle of it, so we're looking for that sound. This is something that lives in a pond, or near a pond usually. And it flies, and it swims, and it walks. And it says quack, quack, quack. It's a D-A-K. D-A-K. Do you know what it is? It's a duck. Did you guess? I think I have one more. Okay, are you ready? What's under my rug? Oh, this is something that has 4 wheels, and you can drive it, and it has a bed in the back. Not the kind of bed you sleep in, though. It's a tr-a-k. That has a lot of sounds in it. Tr-a-k. Truck. It's a truck. Did you guess truck? You could play a game like this too. If you don't have a rug, I bet you have a blanket. You could hide some objects underneath. You could give clues to your family, or they could give clues to you. I'm gonna wrap my things up because I need the space for the other things we're gonna do today. I better put my stand-and-see screen away too. Okay, so today you might, number one, do you know this word? Make a yummy lunch in a mug. We're gonna make lunch in a mug today. I've never tried this before. Would you like to see if it works with me? Let's figure this out. I have a recipe. And my recipe says that we are going to make mac and cheese in a mug. Number one, put in a mug 1/2 cup elbow macaroni and 1/2 cup water. Okay, so I have my little elbow macaroni and my half measuring cup, so I'm going to pour that in. Whoa, I'm going to have to sweep when I'm done. Okay, I think I can get this one off the counter and I'll put a few more in this way. Does that look full? When you're measuring, you have to make sure things are full. Okay, so I'm gonna put that in, and then I need 1/2 cup of water, and I already measured that for us. See how it says 1/2 there? So I'm going to pour that on top. And the next thing says number 2, microwave for 3 minutes. So I'm going to put it on a plate because when I was reading the instructions and other people were talking about how they had made this, they said sometimes it spills. So I'm going to put it in my microwave. And I'm going to press 3, 0, 0. And then start. And while that's cooking, we're going to read number 3. And then we'll finish making our yummy lunch. Number 2. Oh, we should read number 2 before we read number 3. I got ahead of myself. Number 2. Put up a bunny wall. Did you hear me read Muncha, Muncha, Muncha about all of those bunnies that tried to get in Mr. McGreely's garden? He had to build a fence, and then he had to build a wall. The first time he built it a little bit shorter, didn't he? And he went all the way around his garden. So I'm gonna go around here. I think I better put this one on this side. So I have a 3-1 and a 4-1. And then let's see, I'll put this here. Now my Legos are not gonna stick together like this, are they? But I'm gonna set up the area, how big I want it to be. And so whenever there's a crack, you can just put one Lego on top and that'll make it stay together. Do you know that trick already? You have to cover up all the cracks. You might have Legos, you might have Duplos, you might have all sorts of things to build with at your house. I've seen some of the things you have at your house when we're Zooming together. But I don't know all the toys you have. So you'll have to find some way to build a fence or a wall to keep those pretend bunnies out, right? I need a 3. Do I have one that has 3s? Oh no. Well, sometimes you have to improvise. You just have to do your best. Oh, you know what I have? I have 2, a square that's 2 by 2, but then I also have, if I can get it with my fingers, a smaller one. So if I put those together, that would make 3, right? So I'll put that there. Now, do you think my bunnies could get over this wall? What do you think? Tippy, 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 pat, pat, muncha, muncha, muncha. So maybe you could use something bigger to make a wall. boxes. Do you remember that big thing that Mr. McGreely built? You could make something even bigger to try to keep those bunnies out of your garden. Do you think you have enough boxes you could go all the way around? Or do you have big blocks? Or could you build with pillows? What could you build with today? I don't know. But I see our microwave has 7 seconds left. 3. Oh wow, 2, 1. So let's go back to our recipe for a minute before we look at number 3, because we're gonna have to do some cooking again in the middle. Okay, so microwave for 3 minutes. So we need to check and make sure that our noodles got soft. It's going to be hot. This is not a part that children should do. This is a part that grown-ups should do. Oh, and I see that some of the water went out all over my plate, just like they said it would. So my noodles look different now. I'm gonna stir them up. Let's see, I'm gonna carefully feel them and see. Yeah, they're soft. Okay, it says add 3 tablespoons of milk. So I already poured that and I measured it so it was up at the 3. I'm gonna put 3 tablespoons of milk in. And then it says 1/4 cup shredded cheese. Shredded is the kind of cheese that's already in pieces like this. I'm gonna put that in my cup and I'm gonna stir that in. Hopefully the hot noodles make my cheese start to melt. Okay, and then it says number 4, microwave for 30 seconds. Okay, that's not very long. Put it back on my plate. My cup is getting hot. And I'm gonna go 3, 0, start. Okay, we've got 30 seconds. What could we do for 30 seconds? That's enough time to sing a song, I think. Let's sing the ABC song. Ready? I'll do it with my hands. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. That song takes about 30 seconds to sing. Okay, let's check on the mac and cheese. Yep, my mug is warm. This is a job for grown-ups to get it out. Did my cheese melt? Ooh, look at that. It's all stringy. It did melt. Check it out. Number 5, add spices and eat. So some of the spices that said you can add, and this depends on what you like in your mac and cheese. You can add some salt. You can add some pepper. I like pepper. And you can add chives if you want. Chives are like little onions. Oh, good thing I looked. It doesn't have a shaker. Put some chives in there. I like chives in my mac and cheese. And then you get to eat it. Does it look good? Do you think, ooh, look at how stringy it is. How do you think it tastes? It's very hot. It's good. You could make something yummy in a mug today. It would be impolite for me to eat that though. Well, you're not having anything to eat, so I'm gonna finish Good Morning Message before I finish eating them. Number 3, play, setup, upset. Do you know what it means? Do you know what upset means? Sometimes when you're sad or you're crying, someone might say you're upset. This is not this kind of upset. Another meaning, another thing that upset means is to knock down or fall over. I was watching, we were in small groups, and I noticed that, I think it was behind Dahlia, she had some cups, and she had them set up like this. Well, sort of like this. I'm not sure how hers was set up. So you could set things up, but we could also upset them. We could also knock them down. You might need to use a ball and do it like you're bowling. Ooh! That's one way to do it. When I, oh, stack them. When I was in Morgan's room today, she had made a toy for Sophie and Emma. And what she did is she put a shoelace around a ball. Could I upset my cups with this? Ooh, I could knock over one at a time. Oh, two at a time. I don't think I can do three at a time. But then I have another idea for how you could upset your cups. This is called a pendulum. It's hanging, this used to be a baby toy. It's hanging from the baby toy, and the ball will just keep going back and forth and back and forth. Do you see how far it goes? It goes about to here, right? Okay, so I'm gonna stop it, and I'm going to build my cups right here. And then I'm going to try to upset them with my pendulum. Think I can do it? Ah, I did it! It's kind of fun to knock things over, isn't it? So you can play setup and upset today. Whatever you do, have a wonderful day. Miss Emily and I miss you very much. And don't forget to check on your lima beans. Bye-bye.